What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Culture Decides. I'm your host, Lee, and today I have a special guest for you all coming out of Brooklyn, New York, Coney Island to be specific. We got Ru, aka Ruciano, ready to talk to y'all. Say what's up, Ru.
Yo, what's up? Y'all know what's up with me. It's your boy Ru, aka Ruciano. Let's get it. Thank y'all for having me.
Word, of course, of course. You know, last episode 17, I actually reviewed your Hard to Smile freestyle.
Yo, the pain is real, suffering every day in the field. And it make me feel like shit watching my mother take them pills. It ain't a thing that I can smile about. I'm busy holding it together cause the pressure about to make me start wilding out.
And honestly, when I heard that track, I had to tap into the rest of your work that you've been doing. You know, I was really impressed. You know, Ruciano really raps from the heart about his personal struggles, you know, life in the streets, you know, and respect to you for being so vulnerable. Was that like a off the top written, or is it a little bit of both? Like, what's your strategy for when you go into these freestyles?
Nah, that was all written.
Okay, bet.
That was all written. Yeah, yo, I freestyle, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't freestyle and put that shit out so people could, like, you know what I'm like, that don't be like my finished product
Okay,
type
bet.
shit. That just be me like playing around when I'm
Word.
freestyling. But 9 times out of 10, I'm usually like, you know, like really putting that shit together, trying to write it down. If we punching in the studio, I'm listening to it over and over, really thinking of the next bar. So nah, I'm not really doing nothing off the head like that. It depends though. But Hard to Smile was definitely, that was not one of those. Like that shit took me a real long time to write. Like a real long time to write. Like longer than what I usually write
Yeah.
shit. Like
I mean, shit, you tapping into like deep emotions on that track. So regardless of like written or not, like that was something that like when I first heard it, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta pay attention to what you got going on over here. This is dope. So shout outs to you for doing that. And honestly, like whether
I appreciate you on
word
that.
and like, you know, I feel like that's also like uh part of rapping that a lot of rappers don't tap into anymore. Like a lot of mainstream rappers specifically, they not freestyling like before, you know what I'm saying, or just like putting themselves, just having a little fun, you know what I'm saying. So I do appreciate that. And I seen you also done the acapella freestyle with Mic Check. That was pretty dope.
Anthrax, cause I killed a track with a breath. Marvelous with a spectacular rap, cracking the flesh. Cause listeners get addicted to what I'm spitting. And it's facts when I rap, I'm a vet. No.
The, you know, the Glamour Life freestyle with the pop-up.
Yo, the life we live ain't about glamour and glitz. We pawn glamour and glitz just for hammers and clips. Stand on the strip with grams and we plan to get rich. Candles get lit for the niggas that got jammed in the mix.
Like I really also like that as well. And for anybody listening, definitely check those out.
Appreciate
Now,
you.
like what made you really get into freestyling in general? I did listen to like your work in the beginning to now, and I feel like it definitely has evolved.
Yo, it's not what really, it's just like I like what I do, like you know what I'm saying? You going if you like what you do, you gonna go to work and you gonna do what you gotta do. And you might just do a little more than what you gotta do because you actually like what you do.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all I could say what it is. Like, you know, so at the end of the day, I feel like as well for me to be like people like you telling me I'm nice and they like this and they like that, that shit just make me like if that's what it is right now, I gotta keep at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep my pen sharp and I gotta sharpen it still real quick. I gotta stay on point. Like, I gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stay on top of my P's and Q's, bro. Like,
Right. Do you think that's like one of the ways that you feel like it helps sharpen your skills? Like that's what has helped you like really elevate your skills over the last years?
I'm gonna say yes and no. I'm gonna say more just being more just being free, like just free
Right.
minded. Just like, you know what? Like just it's no limitation to what I could say with this pen is about how I say it. And it's like, you know, this shit is like a free canvas for me to just let everything all
Right.
out.
No, I definitely agree. And you know, within your rap, you do talk a lot about like at least within the freestyles that I've really like honed in on, you talk a lot about like, you know, the struggle and the survival and just like, you know, growing up in Brooklyn, like that's a part of the culture, but it's also a lot of pressure, you know. So how does that influence your rapping?
Man, that shit influenced that shit from every day, from how I talk, I dress, every shit. Like it's just something that I might go through, somebody else might be going through. I might hear something happen in the hood or something, and this shit just like this shit it's relatable on a global
Right.
standpoint. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to fully explain it, but I know how to fully explain it if that makes sense. It's like somebody else somewhere in the world may be going through the same shit and feel like they, you know what I'm saying, they ain't by themselves or nobody else know what they going through. And here comes somebody like me just rapping and just saying something, and the nigga hear that shit and just be like, damn, son, like, feel like bro talking to me and I don't even know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that from a lot of rappers I like. And be like, damn, I feel like these niggas know
Yeah,
me,
no, I
bro. Like,
definitely felt that. Like when you it was a bar that you said about like losing your aunt, and I felt that. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, when the hard to smile, I was like, yeah, I felt that too. So, I do appreciate you going for like more of that impact style of writing. Like, yo, this is real life shit. This is what I hear. This is what I hear my
right.
people go
Yo,
through. Yeah.
I wrote Hard to Smile at a time where like I had my family, like my uncle was doing bad, my cousin was fucked up, and I shot the video and recorded the track. When I did it, weeks later,
Oh
my
man.
uncle passed away and
R.I.P.
my
man.
cousin
That's
passed away.
that's that's
Hmm.
really scary and deep. It's like you put your pain out there, not knowing that these events will
Right,
follow. And you do got a track that is sentimental in that sense. Like it brings you back to those memories, which is like it is like bittersweet. It's like damn, I
right,
did something that means a lot, but at the same time, is attached to that memory. But
right. And then having to relive the moments and write is like a different, like it's tapping into like
right.
a
So I
different realm.
understand why it's like harder to even like you took your time with that one, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's good that you did because it's better that you don't rush things like that. Now, you did mention something about like, just hearing the different rappers as well. And I did want to ask, like, who are some rappers past and present that you feel like really helped shape your rapping or how you even think as an artist?
Yo, all the greats that came before me, every legend, every great that you could possibly think of, and
Right.
like it's a whole list. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound redundant. You got the Biggies, the Jay Z's, you got all them, the Eminems, the Locks, Jada, everybody. Yo, I'm at a point right now, and like musically and like mentally, like I feel like everybody motivates me, yo. Even like the new generation, it's like everybody got something to give. Everybody got their own niche. Everybody got their own like aura, their own swag, their own story. It's just a matter of like who's putting it out there, how they putting it out there, and what they saying. So like, yo, I find inspiration from everybody. I find inspiration from niggas that don't even rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like nigga just inspired me to get in the booth and go say something because it's like, real life shit that he just
Right.
went through and experienced. I'm just like, damn, somebody gotta talk about it or say it or you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a little bit of everything. Like shout outs to the Benny the Butchers and all that, Wayne, of course, the Nas, Hove. It's like yo, the list goes on and on and on. 38 Special, like Ransom,
Right.
like you know what I'm saying? Like the Clips album was
Oh, facts,
fire. Like you
facts.
know what I'm saying? Like it's like I'm listening and listening to everybody. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nah, I appreciate that. And I love that you called out to even the younger generation as well. Cause like a lot of dudes that's rapping, they be like, oh nah, they ain't on nothing. Like I've been doing this. So it's great that you also see it from all ends. Like I'm watching you paying attention to everybody. So that's good too. And that
Nah,
helps
yeah,
build your
I don't
catalog.
know a lot of them by name, but when somebody bring their name, I'm never be the one to be like, nah, y'all don't play. Like I give everybody a listen, like I give everybody an ear, and I could like at least like dissect this shit and be like, all right, I'm not much of a drill rap person, but I could hear some of the drill shit be like, yo, these niggas know how to like, if he was rapping on another type of track, he could actually rap, but he just told you to do some drill shit. So it's like, all
Right.
right, I see it, I see it. So
Yeah, no, I respect that too, and I feel like no, that's definitely like people try to put the New York rapping in a box, but it's like now you got multiple things. So the fact that you look at all the different styles, that's gonna help you, and that's what I tell people all the time on the pod. I'm like, expand your ears. Like this is why I'm
yeah,
talking
man.
to rappers like you because I want people to tap into different sounds and different people that's going hard because they try to say, oh, New York rap is not rapping like before. No, you
So,
not listening.
yeah, right. You're not looking for it, like, and if you're looking for it, you're looking in the wrong places for it, because that shit is there to find. Like, it's like I personally, when niggas was saying like hip hop died or rappers that, I personally never ever ever felt that way. Like, I never felt that way. My iPod from junior high school, all that shit always been filled up with music. It always had songs. It always like it always. So it was just like hip hop was that weird, bro. Like I have no
Right.
idea.
Facts. Like hip hop still going crazy for me.
That
You
shit's still
mentioned
there, yo.
facts, and
And
you
if anything,
mentioned
that shit just broaden, like like we got drill, we got all these subgenres right now that we never had before, my nigga.
exactly.
If you planted a tree, what did you want your tree to grow? Like, you know what I'm saying? Multiple branches, giving you multiple types of like, you know what I'm saying? Resources that you like. This is what it's here for, bro.
Exactly, exactly. So, I mean, listen, you saying it well, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's like I think the problem really is the people that's pushing the music on like the radio. They push the same shit over and over,
Yeah, that's
you know what
always
I'm
been a
saying?
problem.
So like that's really what it is. And it's like, no, if you're a real hip hop fan, you wanna go and I go on my Apple Music, I'll be like, show me somebody new. I go through like
But you know what's
underground.
crazy with the radio? Like that shit is not even like a problem because it's just like it's like what you expect. Like it's like we looking at it at a commercial standpoint. At a commercial
Right.
standpoint, they not trying to like we're like McDonald's is not trying to put out something that they think we're gonna like. You know what I'm saying? They trying to put something that they know we're gonna like and we're gonna go buy that shit tomorrow, bro. Like you know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
it's like the radio trying to put out what they know niggas is trying to what they think people trying to hear. This if it's the same record, it's the same record. Yeah, it's trash, but from a commercial standpoint, nigga, it ain't trash. They trying to make this nigga this money.
Right, right. It's that's what it is. But if
Right.
you're a true fan of like all types of rap, underground, all that, you're gonna really go expand your ears outside of that commercial sound.
Yep. And you're
Now
gonna find
let's
what you need.
right. Now let's go back to like some of your influence. I seen you had the Haiti flag in your bio, shout out
Yeah,
Haiti,
yeah,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Big
So
Zoe, man. Big Zoe.
so like, what does, the culture, what does that mean to you? How has that influenced where you are now?
Yo, man, that shit influenced a lot because of, that's one thing I know for sure people don't even know about me. So it's just like, just me even bringing that to the forefront now is just like, I never hit it. I never hit it at
Mhm.
all. I always told people if they asked me, but I never mentioned it. Like, I never brought it like out musically. And it's just now I'm trying to like tap in a little more, let people know, like, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm Haitian. I'm Haitian to the bone. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I ain't hiding it neither. Like, I speak Creole, all that type of shit. Like, I come from a Haitian woman. I love her to death.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, it's a lot to be
yeah,
proud of too, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right,
Like,
right, right.
listen.
And that that shit has a lot to do with my upbringing, with what I was listening to and how I was raised and how I was disciplined and the way I think about certain things. So it was just like I might as well. Like, I ain't gonna oversaturate the world with it, but the minute I have the time to let people know and remind them I'm Haitian, yes, you're gonna know I'm Haitian, bro.
Right. No, it's a big thing to like, rep your culture with you. And I'm big on that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I'm Guyanese myself. So I'm like always like, yo, put yourself out there, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
right,
do your
right.
thing.
Big shout out to Guyana. Y'all got a few of my guys that's, Guyanese and shit.
Yeah, yeah, we out there all over Brooklyn too with it.
Right, right.
Now, I got a little fun question for you. Hip hop is a competitive sport, and I
Hmm.
know you like to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I want you to name one rapper you feel like you could go bar to bar with, whether mainstream or underground, on some friendly competition shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's everybody, man.
Everybody
It's
versus.
everybody, man. That's everybody, son. That's everybody. Once I feel like you tapped into the sport with me, it's like there's no turning back. Like we tapped into the sport, bro. Like at
Yeah,
any given, if it was basketball and it was basketball, whether I would have been a rookie and you would have been, 40 like LeBron, we could have still been on the court playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? That shit would have had no. It's none of
it,
that shit matters, nigga. We tapped
right,
into the sport, bro. Like.
right. You're not backing down from any competition. Is whoever you know
Yo,
what I'm saying?
to me, this shit is not competition. Yeah, I get it. Like it's like friendly. This shit ain't
Yeah,
competition to me, man. This shit is artwork. Like this shit is
right.
like, you know what I'm saying? This shit is like man, y'all could perceive it as competition. At times, I look at it as competition too. I want to get on the track and smoke niggas, of course, and I want to stand out. Yeah, like of course, like like I'm a competitor, of course. But at the end of the day, beyond the competition, this shit is beyond competition to me. This shit is just like, nigga, this shit is shit that I'm trying to put up in a museum plaque. This shit is like, this shit abstract art. Like, this shit one of a kind, nigga. This shit, Like you ain't gonna get this shit nowhere else. You gotta come over here to get this shit over here, bro. Like
Right. Right. No, I see that. Yeah, it's a sport. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah,
for
right.
sure. Now,
And
you
I'm not
said
competing
some.
with nobody. Like
Right. Only yourself to get better. You know what I'm saying?
shit, I
So.
ain't even competing with myself. Like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I don't even wanna. I'm not even competing with myself. If anything,
Right.
I'm just analyzing myself, and I'm just little tweaks and you know what I'm saying, just tweaking and
Yeah.
adding the little WD-40 wherever I need to add, make sure everything is smooth. And I need, you know what I'm saying? On my journey, I just gotta keep going, man. Is
Where
you
you
know what I
said the
mean?
WD-40. I feel you. I
Yeah,
feel
man.
you.
Like,
I
you know what I'm saying? Like,
got.
yo, time leads with age. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Now you said something important about like putting the shit up in the museums and stuff like that. Like that's where hip hop belongs. Now, when you think about your catalog, right? And I know you working on expanding it and everything. Is there like a theme or a message you would want people to remember you by if you have your spot in the museum? And not if,
yo,
when you got your
that's
spot. You know what I'm saying?
that's deep, man. And I don't even know how to even answer that question to be tried because I never even thought about like the remembrance. I just know that like me doing this and me just giving it my heart is just like that's like me like building a legacy, leaving something behind. So God forbid anything was supposed to happen, people will be able to see me, hear me, know what I've been through, know how I was feeling at the time, hear me having fun, just hear me like in a flat out like full circle where it's like if you really wanted to think about it, it's like I'm still there with you in the in like you know what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Right.
I look at it not more of just like what I would want to leave behind. It's much more to me personally of just leaving me behind. Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? The message I'm gonna leave behind is gonna be on certain tracks, but I'm not really like a freedom fighter that I'm really leaving a message behind when I when I go, God forbid. It's more
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying? One day I hopefully want to have kids and them they kids have kids and you know what I'm saying? We build a family tree that's my family tree and they could feel like they have something to live for. And even not those kids of my family, even other kids around the neighborhood that just, grew up just same conditions I grew up in, worse conditions I grew up in, even
Right.
just lived a silver spoon fed. No matter what it is, it's just like they could just go back and listen to it and just feel the presence of like whether they knew me or whatever. They could just be like, "Damn, son, like I felt that," or like, "Yeah, word, like I never had a voice. He made me like I don't know. It's deeper than rap. Like
Mhm.
it's deep. Like
Yeah.
it's a great question. It's like it's deeper
Now I
than rap.
respect the answer. Like I think you like know a lot more than what you want to do than you're giving yourself credit for. It overall sounds like you're really trying to, leave that impact that like no matter what walks of life that person is on, they have something to relate to. And I think,
Yeah.
so far just listening to your work, I see the levels that you're pulling to give those difference of like feelings and things like that. Now speaking about like, your work, I did want to go back a little bit to 2021 where you really tapped into like that Aquaman series, right? I feel like that's where you kicked off like Atlantis, Aquaman, and Atlantean came out that year. So what really
Right. Right.
inspired that theme? I was wondering what was that about? Like,
Yo. So around the time I was always rapping. So I was doing something with a group of like with a few folks of mine and shit like that. And COVID came about and I just was like just thinking about rebranding myself, like not fully rebranding myself, but just like creating like I guess like an alter ego or a split image of me, just doing something that just went with what I was doing, like substance wise, because I was stuck to like a certain type of track sound or whatever the case is. Um, and
right.
then I don't know, I just sat there one day and I was just watching some movies and shit, and I seen Aquaman and I'm always some funny nigga, always some thinking metaphoric ass nigga. So I was just seen that shit. And I was like, damn, this nigga fake look like me. Like, and then it was just like, yo, like, I just watching the shit. So I got on my phone. I started Googling a few things. I seen a few things. And right then at that very moment, I literally like, it was a thought that was probably like 5 minutes. And I just ran with it for like, after that, it was just like, all right, yeah, I figured it out. I'm gonna just do
Right.
this, and then I'm gonna make every cover look like something like this, and et cetera, et cetera. And I'm gonna do certain songs titled certain names and certain names of the mixtapes titled certain shit, so it all like falling together, and then it all just makes sense. So it's like,
Yeah.
then if
No,
you
that
ask me
that was a
why, like
dope.
I'm a Pisces, I live in Coney, like I'm from Coney.
Finishing up on the Aquaman series, I wanted to know, like, is there more in store for that, or are you moving on from that?
Oh yeah, it's more in store for that, man. I ain't done with
Okay.
that. To me, that's like that's me. That's who I am. So I would never be like
Right.
that shit. I could do that shit any given day. Like how much projects I got on the Aquaman? Like what, 11 or something like that? 10
Right.
or something? I don't know.
So you just that it's just gonna evolve from
Yeah.
there. I mean, especially with like your sound, I noticed like a transition from more of like a little more of that gritty style mixed in with like the style of like, the flashy, like, I'm doing me type of shit. So you're gonna bring more of that into the Aquaman series, more of like what you've been doing on these recent freestyles.
I'm gonna just give people everything. I'm gonna just give niggas
Yeah,
everything. Like no funny shit. Like it's just like I'm gonna just rap. Like it's you know what I'm saying? We gonna have fun. We gonna talk about life,
yeah.
whatever's clever. Like I don't even want to like really like say what I'm gonna do. Really like just like limit myself no more. It's like, man, it is what it is. It's me.
Right. And
Like,
I think that's worked well for you too, not limiting yourself. Like that's something I definitely noticed like on No Light, and that's one of us and No Light. Those are two tracks that I really been vibing with. Those are, like, as I would say on my podcast, 3 out of 3 for me, 3 fire signs all the way through. You know what I'm saying? So those two are definitely tracks that I feel like I noticed that transition of your style. But like now I know across, your work, whether it's, Aquaman series or a little bit of what you're doing now, you do tap into like, the battle scars of the street. You know what I'm saying? You spoke about that a little bit earlier. How do you feel about this whole fuck the streets agenda that 21 and the rest of these guys is trying to push?
yo, man, yo, that's tough, man. Cause it's like the streets
Right,
ain't got no love for niggas, but then the streets is like it got love too. Like it's shit weird, man. I feel like I just feel like as you get older, man, you should just know how to maneuver with
right,
certain things, man. And then you know what I'm saying. You should never forget where you came from. Like you know what I'm saying. And it's sad to say it because a lot of niggas they make it somewhere in life, and then like where they come from would be they place the demise and shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying. Like look at
right,
Chinks. Like you know what I'm saying. Nigga, niggas like him. Like look at Nip. Like niggas make it somewhere and then go back to where they from, and it's like yo. So should we be mad if a nigga did say fuck the streets? Like I'm not
right,
mad when niggas say it, cause I see niggas perspective when niggas say it. Then I'm not mad when niggas say they fuck with the streets, cause I see niggas perspective when they say it too. Cause sometimes the streets be showing niggas love that you just like, it's undeniable.
right,
Like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's but with that shit comes a lot of mixiness. So that shit, like if you ask me if what we picking here is for positive or negative, I'm gonna always stick with the positive. So if that shit they pushing in some positive shit,
right.
I'm with that shit,
Right,
bro.
you think
I ain't
he's
even gonna
definitely
lie.
misunderstood. That's how I'm taking it too. But I think people just kind of put people in a box when they rap a certain way. You know?
Yeah, of course. And then it's the internet. The internet gonna perceive shit how they want to perceive it. Like you know what I'm saying? Then it's people. People are gonna perceive it how they want to perceive it. And then it's just like a bunch of other shit playing. It's the wrong person saying it, and
Right.
it's this and it's that, and
Yeah,
like
no, for
yeah.
sure. Like I was just like, okay, that been buzzing this week, so I wanted to definitely get your thoughts on it. Now, I know you said with your upcoming work, not too much on that. We gonna have some surprises, but you could definitely want to bring a mixture of everything across, your upcoming EPs. Now, how do you like when you're about to go record? Like, how are you deciding if you want to do like a hard storytelling versus like flexing and bringing a vibe? Like, is it based off of your mood going into it, or
Nah, it's based off the beat. Like you know what I'm saying? Everything is based off the beat because how could I say it? Just because let's say I'm going through something right now, it doesn't mean that I want to get on the track and rap like some
right,
painful crying shit. Like, cuz I might be going through something at that moment and I can't express myself at that moment because the situation is not even done yet. So I'm more just like frustrated because I know the situation is about to last for like the next week. So it's just like there's no point of me even trying to wrap this situation out when I didn't even fully think this whole shit out and even deal with this whole shit because it might be like someone in the hospital or whatever the case is. So now like I just try to channel that energy into just creating and just channel that energy and just creating. So I might be going through some shit and I hear a beat and it's crazy because like this is real shit. But I might hear a beat that's mad swaggy and flashy, and then next thing you know, I just did
Right.
song Tesla. And I'm over here swaggy. I hopped out of Tesla, rocking Who Decides War on the swaggiest shit ever. But y'all niggas ain't know that when I wrote that song that week, nigga, I just came back from this and that, and I had a hospital visit and blah blah. Blah. You had no clue.
Right.
You heard the song though, you like, yo, this nigga, this shit hard, this shit fly, nigga.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But then it's like, then after I get over the situation, I get over it, then I might come across a beat somewhere and listen to it. And I'm like, oh, this beat hard. And that beat just made me tap into the last situation that I, just got over. And I was like, all right, I could probably say something, and I never force it. It's just like, all right, if I can't say nothing about it, then that's just not meant to be said or whatever. I just let that shit just come out naturally. And at this point, it's like anything and what like once it's real, like it's real. Like it's like this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Would you say it's like kind of like a source of healing for you when you go and write?
Oh yeah, music is definitely therapeutic for me, yo. Music is definitely therapeutic for me, 100%, yo. Especially after I started tapping into like like being vulnerable and shit like that. Like music's been therapeutic to me before that, but the minute I really started, because I've been being vulnerable, I just never put it out in the world. Like I got so much shit that a
Mhm.
lot of my niggas just be like, "Yo, Rue, why you ain't come on, son?" And it's just like, and I don't know, like, but recently that shit's been extra more like therapeutic. It's I really appreciate all my pain from a standpoint where it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm grateful for all that shit. It's like every single
Yeah.
last bit of it. Like I wouldn't want it to change a little bit of nothing. It's like this is me. Like
Right. I would say that's definitely like the tracks that stand out the most to me. I really do fuck with that style. But I don't want to put you in a box. I want you to keep doing
nah, right,
your
right,
other
right,
shit
right,
too, you
right.
know what I'm saying? But like
A
that's
nigga would never
the
be able to put
you
me in a
balance that.
box, man, because I like doing the
Right.
shit I like doing. So that shit, like, just because I ain't
Right.
do it right now, just like, oh well, I got tons of them type of tracks that I like doing. It's like,
Yeah. And listen, it's something that works for you too. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest. I'll be like, nah, I don't like that sing right. But on no light, when you like the hook on that really goes hard, and I feel like you got that good combination going where it's like I'll give you a little bit of vocals, but not too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying in like my rapping like lane type shit, but still can elevate that sound. So I do appreciate
right.
that. Now to tap into like like what's coming up now. I know
Yeah, man.
you mentioned I've been seeing a promo, you know what I'm saying, project coming up, so you want to tap into that, share a little bit, what's on the horizon.
Yo, man, I got some shit cooking up right now, man. I got some shit cooking up. I'm gonna fuck around and give the world like a little Aquaman something, like, but that's not the main shit though, man. I've been in the lab cooking with my guy Killer, yo. Shout out to my nigga TOG Killer, man. It's my brother right there. Yo, we got two projects. What Splash of Brilliance 1 and 2. And then besides that, I got mad tracks out with this nigga, mad videos and shit, mad work. But yeah, we've been like locked in on a project right now, like titled Crown of Thorns and all that. You know what I'm saying? So something we really putting our like we putting the heart and bars into, like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
New York sounding rap, real life shit, real experiences from real shit, from people we know, people around us, snakes, all types of shit, overcoming shit, every shit, like just giving niggas us, and then really trying to bring that sound back to like to what New York was really like when niggas was trying to be nice, bro. Like
Right. And I feel like based off of what you're saying now, because I did listen to Splash of Brilliance 1 and 2, it sounds like it's gonna be like an elevation of y'all sounds together on this new project, Crown of Thorns. So
If
I'm
anything,
looking forward to it.
it'll be more elevation on me because a lot of people like I guess a lot of people would say like, oh, they didn't think I would be able to do. I don't know what niggas think, man. So like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
They try to put you in the
Box, yeah,
box. That's
yeah,
what it
right, right,
was.
right, right,
Yeah.
right.
And you box it out. You like, hell
Yeah,
no. Like,
right. Because I just know myself. I just know how much I feel for what I like. Like, you know, when you like your job, you gonna do what you gotta do, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I
right.
like my job. So it's like you can't put me in a box if I like my job, bro. It's like I dare you. Right.
Now you said something too, like about just like, giving New York what they need. And like, New York has different sounds, but we mentioned before the mainstream tries to push a certain sound. What do you think the city really needs more of, and where do you see yourself fitting into that with this new project?
Yo, the city just needs that sound back, that New York sound back, that sound where it's like it's like an anthem. It's like not like an anthem like like some like Welcome to New York, but more of an anthem where it's
Right.
like what I'm saying, like you getting up to it and you getting to it and it's like what I'm saying, like that city, our city needs that anthem, bro. And he's just
Yeah, that's what we missing.
and I don't know, like it's like it just need that shit where it's like everybody could get up and just know like this is New York. Like yeah.
Right. Right. No, I feel what you're saying. Like there's definitely some tracks that I feel like we had definitely in the early 2000s type shit. You know what I'm saying? We had some recently too, but like not as much because now people trying to put us in the back burner. But it's like we need that thing that's like undeniable across the state shit,
Yep.
international with it. It's like, yeah, this is what they sound like. So I feel you on that. And I'm definitely looking forward to Crown of Thorns bringing that energy as well. Now, with your catalog right now for the folks listening, what are like 3 songs that you would say showcase your ability to really like give that energy that you want them to check out first?
Shit, yo, if y'all need 3 songs of me, man, to really see what I'm about, I'm gonna tell y'all niggas go play. You gonna hear, you gonna
Facts.
fuck with me. You gonna be like, oh yeah. Then I'm gonna tell y'all niggas to go play Tesla, cause you gonna hear that shit and you're gonna be like, there's no way this nigga just did, and got on this shit and auto tune this shit like he was from ATL like that. And then after that, damn, that's tough, man. I don't know, man. I got a lot of songs, man. I got a lot of songs, yo.
I know. That's
It,
why I'm
pro-
like, let me
it
let
probably
you.
gonna be hard to smile, something like Hard to Smile, because off the first 2 tracks, you ain't even gonna think that I'm gonna get on Hard to Smile and really like cry my eyeballs out to you type shit like that. So it's like, yeah, I would
Right.
have to play those 3 songs for somebody, and then you'll be like, nah, you really like
This show the levels to your rapping, like the
all those
different,
three songs.
the versatility
Yeah,
within
yeah,
it.
all them 3 songs are completely different from each other in many different aspects.
Yeah. So y'all heard Rule now. Tesla and Hard to Smile. I definitely agree with those 3. I had No Light and Hard to Smile. So I think we landed
Yeah.
pretty much in the same 3 songs that could really just show your versatility across your sound. Now, I definitely encourage y'all to check Rue out. Yo, Rue, shout yourself out. You know what I'm saying? We about to close this out. Shout yourself out. Where can they
It's your
find you at? Where can they follow you
motherfucking
at?
boy Ruciano. Y'all can find me on all platforms, man. Ruciano all across the boards, every single platform. Fuck with me. I got wild music out. Shout out to the Culture Decides. They fucking with me. I'm fucking with them, and it's only up from here, man. And I got a bunch of more shit dropping.
Let's get it crackin', hella active with this legend status. Doobie glasses, moving tactic, and you know I'm never slacking. Check the demographics and you get the picture. Henny sipper, thoroughbred and like a turtleneck. I'm so ahead of niggas. Yes, I've been the truth when I get up in the booth.